Alright guys, so today we're talking about some more junk I got from APMEX. And by junk, I mean junk silver, of course. So I actually get this question quite a bit. People who are new to silver, not that I'm an expert or anything, but I dabble in it a little bit. So if I can help people out with some information, I try to. Doesn't mean I'm always right. But people ask me, why is it called junk silver? And to the best of my knowledge, I believe junk silver is called that just because they are coins or currency for a country, generally speaking the United States, but there's other countries that consider their old silver currency junk silver as well. But what it basically means is coins that were in circulation and they're worth more for their silver content than they are for their actual face value. For example, one of these Kennedy half dollars is worth more in silver than 50 cents US, which is what it is. It's a 50-cent piece for the United States. So that's generally why people call it junk silver. It's just a random term. It doesn't mean it's junky, doesn't mean no one wants it. It's actually quite popular, and I really want it. That's why I'm doing a video on it. I got 3 different rolls here. The first one, as I just showed, is a roll of Kennedy halves. All right, see these are 40% halves. All right, and this has a $10 face value. All right, so there's $10 worth of coins. As we know, they're 50-cent pieces, so that means there's 20 in here. So 20, 40% Kennedy halves. Now I'm keeping this as a roll, as I am these. This is a little roll of war nickels. There we go. Then I got it to focus. So there's the front of the coin and the back of the coin. I mean, for most people, it's going to look like a regular United States nickel. But it's specific to the dates 1942 to 1945. I'm actually going to read word for word from, I think, Wikipedia. Or actually, no, this is from APMEX website. When you Google it, it's the first thing that pops up. It says 35% silver war nickels were produced by the United States from mid-1942 to 1945. These war nickels were made from 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. By saving the nickel metal, the government was able to use that metal for the production of military supplies during World War II. So yes, obviously during wartime, certain metals are very important, like brass, for example. There's a steel Zippo it's actually pretty collectible if you're into Zippo stuff, but the reason they made a steel one is because they needed the brass for munitions. So it's pretty interesting, during wartime, the governments needed different metals for different reasons, so the things that normally would be made out of something had to change. And that was the case with these these specific nickels here. So these are 35% silver. And like I said, I'm gonna keep these as a roll. And lastly here, I have a roll of 90% silver quarters. Now what's interesting is it says silver Washington quarters, 40 roll count. You can see the Washington quarter on the back here, it's pre-64. But on the other side, that is, I believe, a Standing Liberty. It's pretty worn, but I'm fairly certain that's what that is. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this right here. Just curious to see, what kind are in here, maybe some of the dates and such. Those I'm not gonna touch, I'm gonna keep them as is, but we're gonna open this one. So today's EDC, happen to be revisiting a CRKT. This is the Buku, I believe. The Buku, yeah. Big chunky old knife. So although I can peel this, it's much more fun to cut into the edge there. Actually gonna need to, nope. That was enough of a cut, didn't take much. Alright. Yeah, let's take a peek in here, see what else we got. Because it does not look like all Washingtons. Actually, it looks like mostly Washingtons. That might have snuck in on the end on accident. Which I'm good with. Okay. So for most people, you'll probably just leave these as rolls. But I do like looking occasionally. So this is the Standing Washington that I saw on the end, I believe. Oops. I'm looking at it in person. Forgot you guys are here with me in the camera. Pretty cool. Very well worn. We got one dirty quarter here. 1944. The rest look pretty good. And yeah, it seems like one more dirty one. That's okay though. The rest look like they're all Washingtons. Here's a real pristine one. 64. So yeah, that's interesting. Just happened to be a little slip up. There's a Standing Liberty I'm fairly certain this is a standing Liberty. Like I said, I don't know everything about coins, but yeah, so there you go. Also, what this is sitting on in the background here, if I move all this for a second, is one of their coin bags. And these coin bags, sometimes when you buy the bigger lots of you know, junk silver, they do come in these bags. But they have two straps here, just a super heavy duty kind of canvas bag. All right, the reason I got this was for bringing change to the bank. All right, when I bring my regular rolled up quarters, nickels, pennies, and all that stuff to the bank to get dollars, I usually bring a cardboard box, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. I wanted to do something a little bit more official, so I got one of these kind of bank bags or coin bags. All right, this can hold, I think, 1,000 coins. You know, it holds a lot of weight, it's very sturdy, and again, those straps are just to tie up the top. Kind of like an old-fashioned bank robber. You know, if they had a big money sign in the front, that's what they used to take, these big old coin bags. But with the hope that eventually of this type of silver to fill one of these. All right, so like I said, the practical use for it right now is to bring my regular change to the bank to get bills. But eventually, you know, all this stuff, as the collection grows and grows and grows, and I don't want individual coins inside display, you know, cases or anything. I don't really care at that point. If I have, you know, $50, $100 face value of these quarters, I'm not gonna show off each individual one. I'm just gonna basically put it in one of these bags. So I thought that was pretty cool too. They sell this bag for, I think, $4 and change, you know, so it's reasonably priced. By the way, the prices on all this silver, I'll put links so you guys can see it because it's always changing depending on the price of silver. I believe today it's at $16.15 per troy ounce. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very good. It's very close. In other words, like, for example, the war nickels, they sell these, again, with the silver price, what it is at the time of the filming is like $19. There's $18 and change worth of silver in it. Each individual nickel, as of right this second, is worth like 91 cents in silver. So it's very close to the actual value. All right, so it's not a big, you know, jack up in price there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Junk from APMEX. So thanks again for watching. If you got some new silver lately, write down below what you got. Also, if you are specifically into junk silver, let me know if there's a certain type of coin you like more than others. Some people like it just because of the way they look, or maybe because it's more rare. I mean, obviously the quarters are a little bit more common. You might get lucky, and you know, if you look through your pocket change, you might find 1964 or older quarter, which would have 90% silver and be worth a lot more than 25 cents. So always check your pocket change. And if you're not from the US and you're watching the video, it doesn't matter what country you're from, pretty much everywhere around the world, silver was money at some point. So you just have to figure out how old your money was in order for it to be actual silver. But that's it for now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.